Hello, this is Charles. Ignore this first card here. Some of it is for what I thought was going to be more of a video for introducing ourselves to potential employers and students and clients, so ignore some of that. My educational background. So I did go to Berkeley. I did a double major in philosophy and linguistics. My honors thesis was on epistemic and deonic modals in Creole languages. I did a year abroad at the George August University, which is the King George, the madness of King George, not the American War of Independence King George. Okay, and then in graduate school I studied philosophy and religion. So as an undergraduate, the philosophy was more of a Anglo-American philosophy. It's called analytic philosophy. In graduate school, it was more what's called continental philosophy, more specifically postmodernism, post-structuralism, post-colonial. And then religion was Eastern religion and philosophy, Hinduism, Taoism, Buddhism, Confucianism. And I did it from the perspective of social and cultural anthropology, so more of a critical historical perspective. California Institute of Integral Studies. Our original faculty had Alan Watts in it, if you know who that is. So it's sort of the epicenter of what's today called the New Age movement in America in the 50s. So then in terms of my experience, I've done mostly academic and business tutoring, sort of one-on-one. What I'd like out of this class is a more definitive career path and also classroom teaching experience, how to do lesson plans, how to do more of the basic teaching, and how to segmentalize that. And then, let's see, hobbies and interests, great. So cinema. I think I've seen thousands of movies. I think I might have broken the 10,000 mark. So you can imagine how many hundreds of films that is a year. Martial arts, been doing that my whole life. I was a wrestler in high school. My cousin is a champion trainer right now. He's got a bunch of guys in all the fight leagues, a bunch of wallop belts. So I've done a lot of that. Politics has been a passion for me. I've worked in politics as well for politicians, mostly on the activist end though, in terms of my experience. You know, from a left-wing perspective, environment, peace, anti-war, etc. And then religion, philosophy, spirituality. That's sort of the whole spectrum there. Think of philosophy more on the practical level, how it applies to your life, which is sort of the opposite of academic philosophy. And religion, I sort of look at it as literature, arts, culture, and also what I find interesting is the idea of ritual. We all have rituals. How does that affect the way you live your life? How does it affect your head, etc.? Spirituality is something that today people say I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, but how do you apply spiritual principles in your life, that kind of thing. And lastly, Brazilian music and dance, especially samba. So I'm preparing to be part of a seed community in Los Angeles. It's called Samba de Gafieira. It's like a couples dancing. Samba no pé is when you sort of carnival dancing, where you dance by yourself. But I'm kind of working on this couples dancing thing, which is terrifying to me. But we're trying to be the seed community here in Los Angeles. So those are kind of my passions, my hobbies. Look forward to this class. Thanks.